Good afternoon to all and welcome to the session, How to Crack Bank Exams. In this session, I'm going to provide an insight how to crack bank exams and the title of the session, A Road to Success Bank Exams 2022. Before I do that, I would like to provide the overview. When it comes to English language, there are four major skills: language skills, reading skill, writing skill, speaking skill, listening skill. A reading skill is very important, and when it comes to passage, close test, parajumbles, scrambled sentences, and paragraph related questions, reading skill comes in handy, very important. Second one, writing skill. This is also equally important. It is important from descriptive English point of view. You have to write one essay, you have to write one letter, and for that you have to be very good at writing skill. The third one, speaking skill. This is also equally important when it comes to interview and group discussion. Definitely, speaking skill plays a major role. Listening skill, not that important, but when it comes to learning, this is an important skill. Besides these four major language skills, when you look at English language, you find other important dimensions. What are those dimensions? Grammar, the foundation, very important. And so many exam topics depend on grammar. Spellings, one of the exam topics. They test your knowledge when it comes to correct spellings in the form of misspelt words. Vocabulary, a lot of questions, exam topics like fillers. So many questions are based on vocabulary. It's an ocean. And exam point of view, you have to learn about 10,000 effective words. These are the dimensions when it comes to English bank exams point of view. In this session, I'm going to provide an insight into English from bank exams point of view, obviously. And here, when it comes to English, any competitive exam, especially bank exams, there are three major components. One, comprehension. Second, vocabulary. Third, grammar. Of these, reading comprehension skill is very important. It makes or breaks your selection. Based on reading comprehension skill, you have exam topics like passage, close test, parajumbles, scrambled sentences, sometimes paragraph based questions. Let us go to the first one, passage. Passage is the most important. You may ask why. Every bank exam, passage is a must. You cannot expect a bank exam paper without a passage. And out of 30 questions, 30 marks, 10 marks per passage. Obviously, it is very important. And any topic, any exam topic, you have to ask yourself what is tested. Now, when they give a passage, what exactly do they expect from you? What is tested? They test your ability to grasp explicit information. Explicit means direct, printed in the passage, easy to answer. They test your ability to grasp implicit information. Implicit means implied, indirect. You cannot see that in the passage, but when you read between the lines, you will be able to grasp. That is a bit higher level, not easy to answer. Third one, for this you have to read the passage, then you can answer. They may ask a question like, what is the appropriate title? So if you read the passage, you ask a question, what is this passage about? You get the answer. That is the main idea or central idea or the theme of the passage. Easy to answer. Writers' views. They may ask questions based on writers' views, writers' stand, whether objective or subjective, persuasive, or the writer wanted to criticize someone or something. And you have to read the passage meticulously to answer these questions. Words. They ask five questions based on meanings of words based on the context. And here, two or three may go with synonyms, two or three may go with antonyms. The first four dimensions go with comprehension, and five questions based on vocabulary. 10 questions, very important from bank exams point of view. The second topic that goes with reading comprehension skill, close test. Again, you should ask the question, what is tested? First one, knowledge of lexical terms. Lexical terms means related words. Every topic has a basic words. For those words, we use a term, lexical terms or related words. First and foremost, you have to know these words. Second, close test is all about word combinations. and they test your ability to what extent you're good at word combinations. There's a technical term for this, that is collocations. And close test, in a way, they test your grammar knowledge. And nowadays, this is the most important thing. The fourth one, what is it? Contextual awareness. If you don't understand the context, you cannot answer the questions, you cannot get the right word. So, contextual awareness is very important. The third topic, based on reading comprehension skill, para jumble. Again, you ask the question, what is tested? First and foremost, the topic sentence, whether you can get the first sentence or not. You may ask, sir, what is this topic sentence? Any paragraph, what do they do here? They take a paragraph, they shuffle the sentences, and they want you to get the correct order. Any paragraph has only one main idea, and the sentence with that main idea is known as topic sentence. First, you have to get the topic sentence. Then they test your ability to what extent you can spot the link words or connecting words. And in a paragraph, you come across pairs of sentences. Whether you can get the pairs of sentences, you can get based on link words. And this is very important, whether you can grasp the line of thought. You may get the topic sentence, you may spot the link words, you may get the pairs of sentences. But finally, what matters, the broad framework, the line of thought. For this, you got to read a lot, only then you can get the line of thought. And based on that, you get the correct order. And sometimes you may come across the concluding sentence with a specific word, then they test your ability to spot that, the last sentence of the paragraph. These are the topics that go with reading comprehension skill, passage, close test, and parajumbles. The next one, important component, vocabulary. And it's an ocean. English has about 8 lakh words, but exam point of view, you have to learn 10,000 effective words. That is enough. And if you ask me, sir, what is a source? There are two or three sources. One, the Hindu editorial vocabulary, and also from the newspaper. Second, from previous year's papers, the words, they are also equally important. And the third one, international magazines. They test what is tested, your word power, to what extent you're good at vocabulary, to what extent you're good at spellings, and they also test to what extent you're good at prefixes, suffixes, and roots. You may ask, sir, will they test a directory? They don't do that. But in the question, imagine five questions based on fillers. You have a blank, you have to choose the appropriate word, and they're all new words, but you can guess the meaning of all the words based on, provided you're good at prefixes, suffixes, and roots. With that knowledge, you will be able to take the elimination approach and get the right word. This is what they test. The next one, grammar, the foundation. It is important, but it is not the deciding factor when it comes to selection. What is tested, to what extent you're good at grammatical concepts. That means whether you have the conceptual clarity or not, parts of speech, tenses, conditionals, voice, speech, all these. But the most important thing when it comes to bank exams, grammar point of view, rules. There are about 200 to 300 rules, which are very important from the exam point of view. They ask questions based on rules. Very important, 80%. But English has rules, English has exceptions. They also ask questions based on exceptions, 80%. 20% based on common errors. You have to learn grammar, and when you learn grammar, you have to focus on concepts, very important to begin with, but your focus should completely be on rules, and you have to learn about 200 to 300 rules. All these rules should be at your fingertips. In 20 minutes, you all know prelims, bank exams, 20 minutes, each section. What is tested? To what extent? Knowledge, obviously. To what extent you are good at English, that is one thing. Whether you are fast or not, because 20 minutes stipulated time period, you can't take your own sweet time. You have to work very fast. You have to read quickly and you have to get the answers within no time. Only one reading, many questions, a few questions, twice or thrice you have to read the sentence. Speed matters a lot. After 2016, this has come into limelight. Now, after 2016, the trend, lengthy sentences, unfamiliar context, then what happens, and more options, not one option, something like in one sentence, in the past, they would give a sentence and ask you to spot one error. But now you may come across questions where one sentence, two errors, or three errors, four errors, only one part is correct, or they may give five sentences, one sentence is correct, other sentences are not correct. These are easy but time taking, whether you can manage your time or not. And here stress comes into picture. Stress management very important. And sometimes what happens, the paper may be very tough. You have to tell yourself, let's say you have spent about 6 months or 1 year. You have to tell yourself, this is a tough paper. It is tough for me. It is tough for everyone, not beginners. Those who have been preparing have spent almost 6 months or 1 year. Then you have to give your best. But once you panic, you get stressed out, then easy questions also you cannot answer. And presence of mind. What is this presence of mind? When you read the questions, you should know what to touch, what not to touch. Some questions may take a lot of time. Don't touch, they are traps. And you have to know presence of mind. This is an easy question, this is a tough question. This takes less time, this takes more time. You should be able to decide within no time. And for that, presence of mind is also very important. In 20 minutes, all these factors play a major role. Now, let us have a look at a few questions, bank exams from previous year's papers. And when you try to answer these, if you answer many of these, in a way, you're ready for the exam. But you have to spend more time. You find all these questions very difficult, it means you're a beginner, you have a long way to go. The first one, all these are based on exam topics. Idioms. He was beaten black and blue. What is the idiom over here? To get beaten black and blue. What does it mean? Was beaten casually, not correct. Was beaten severely. That's what it means. Was beaten for fun, not correct. Was beaten twice, not correct. Someone was beaten black and blue means what? He was beaten severely. This is the answer. One word substitutes. This is also one of the exam topics. A person who spends money lavishly or extravagantly means without thinking. What is the right word? One word substitute for that. Frugal, a person who thinks and spends money. Thrifty, synonym, a person who thinks and spends money. Miser, someone who is very rich but does not spend money at all. But here, one word substitute for what? A person who spends money lavishly. Answer is a third option. We call that person spendthrift. Spendthrift is the right word. Synonyms. What is a synonym of alleviate? It goes with effective English. Alleviate means to reduce, to make something less painful. Annoy means to make someone angry, not correct. Aggravate, make a situation worse, not correct. Confuse, not relevant. Answer is the fourth option, mitigate. Alleviate, mitigate, assuage, all synonyms to reduce. Usually it goes with a negative situation. The pain is reduced, then we use words like alleviate, mitigate, assuage. Antonyms. What is the antonym of nocturnal? Nocturnal means active during the night. Man is not nocturnal, man is the opposite. So dormant means no activity for a long time. Dormant. Some animals they sleep for a long time. During summer it is called estivation. During winter that long sleep is called hibernation, dormant period. These are not the right words. So nocturnal, what is opposite? Diurnal. Diurnal means active during the day, nocturnal means active during the night. Man is a diurnal animal. Owl is a nocturnal animal. All these are exam topics, spellings. Find out the misspelt word. Committee, double M, double T, double E, no error. Indigenous, no error. Mischievous, no error. There's a common error, separate. A lot of people tend to write this way. This is not correct. What is the correct spelling of separate? Separate. It is not PE, it should be PA. This has been given in many competitive exams. Fill in the blanks. His reputation has taken a. In fact, this has two dimensions. One is the blank, the other one, it goes with an idiomatic expression. It is not lift, it is not consideration, it is not damage. His reputation has taken a beating. Image, someone's reputation takes a beating, means what? It gets spoiled or damaged. The right word, his reputation has taken a beating. One more example, the chief minister, along with the ministers, attended the function. Here we have along with, that is a clue for you. When we use expressions like with, along with, together with, as well as, the verb agrees with the first subject. What is the first subject over here? CM. Ministers, second one. Don't consider the second one. The verb agrees with the first subject. The chief minister, singular, based on that, and it has to be in present perfect. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Answer is the CM has attended the function. The CM, along with the ministers, has attended the function. That is a correct word. Active voice and passive voice, an important topic. Who taught you English grammar? This is in active voice. You have to find the correct option. Passive voice. By who is not correct. Here, I was taught English by him. The focus is on the object. Then we cannot use who. We have to use whom. By whom were you taught? By whom you were taught. You were taught is not correct because it is a question. Question means it should be an interrogative. Based on that, answer is the third option. By whom were you taught English grammar? This is correct. Direct and indirect speech, another important topic. She said, I had completed the assignment. How do you spot the error? First, you have to learn. You should know when you come across words like said, asked, told, ordered, you have to think of this topic, speech. Here, the reporting verb is in past and the actual statement is in past perfect. Then you have to recollect the tense changes. Past perfect, there's no corresponding past tense, so it does not change. It remains in past perfect. Based on that, she said that she has completed, not correct. She have completed, not at all acceptable. She completed, past tense, no. Past perfect remains in past perfect, but you have to consider other changes. I changes to she. She said that she had completed the assignment. Answer is the second option. Error location, an important exam topic. If he attended the party, he would have met his childhood friend. Whenever you come across the word if, you have to think of conditionals. And to decide which conditional, whether it is open or hypothetical or past or zero, you have to look at the main clause. Would plus have plus verb past participle. That means this is past conditional. Past conditional if clause we use past perfect tense, but here it is in past tense, not correct. So where is the error? First part there is an error. If he attended is not correct. If he had attended, it should be in past perfect. Then it is correct. One more example. The new project related to infrastructure will be launched by November 2024. This is an important one, not easy to answer. The clue for you, the preposition by. By and a given time in future. What is a given time in future? November 2024. Some action will be over or will be completed by a given time in future. Then we should use future perfect tense. But here it is in future tense. Passive voice, not correct. So where is the error? Third part. What is the correct expression? The new project related to infrastructure will have been launched by 2020, November 2024. Will have been launched. Which tense is this? Future perfect tense. but it is in passive voice. They will have launched the new project, active voice. The new project will have been launched by them, passive voice. That's all about how. Some more questions we have. Phrase replacement. This is also an important exam topic. One of the student is not interested in the subject. This goes with common errors. A lot of people say when they use a phrase one of the, they tend to use a noun in the singular form, not correct. The noun should be in the plural form. Based on that, here this is ruled out. This is ruled out. It has to be either the second option or the third option. Here, the noun should be in the plural form and the verb should be in the singular form. Imagine this is also in red. One of the students are not correct. One of the students is not interested in the subject. This is correct. Sentence improvement, one of the exam topics. While I'm having my dinner, the power went off. Here, the power went off, it is past. Something happened. What happened? The power went off. For that, we should use past tense. It is in past, but that time something was going on. Was going on, then you cannot use present continuous. You have to use past continuous. So, I have my dinner not correct. I had my dinner not correct. Something was going on. Was going on. I was having my dinner. While I was having my dinner, the power went off. It's a combination of past continuous tense plus past tense. While I will be having, it doesn't go into future, it goes into past continuous. Answer is the third option. Why with Murthy's? Why with me? Holistic approach, live online classes, the Hindu editorial analysis, complimentary, 200 grammar rules, complimentary, special sessions, again complimentary, e-magazine, magazine for English for competitive exams, complimentary, e-books, complimentary. To enroll, now there's a course, bank exams related, English course. I have already launched, but that I have done only the demos. Still, enrollment is open. You can join on Monday, that is tomorrow, 11th April. The time slot is morning 10 to 11. Duration is 2 months. The course fee is 2000 and discount to 50. I'm going to cover all the aspects related to grammar, reading comprehension skill, vocabulary, and new patterns. I teach in a systematic way with exam centric and student centric approach. And if you wish to enroll, you have to download my app, go to Play Store, type Murthy's English, and install the app. These are the features. You have paid courses, study material, and free study material. In fact, not all, part of it. Test series, demos, special sessions, store where you can buy English magazine, e-magazines and e-books, job alerts, career guidance. That's all in this session. All the best. Thank you very much.